twin sisters Rachel and Regina have a lot in common, but when it comes to their small business models, they couldn't be more different. Rachel Dortch, the owner and designer of Margin Rudy, relies heavily on her online website for sales and client interaction, while her sister Regina uses the World Wide Web to help attract more customers. Regina Chimes is the owner of Brushfire Pottery, located in the hustle and bustle of Middle Tennessee's Green Hills Mall. Brushfire is a paint-your-own pottery studio that she started up 15 years ago. But when she took her business online 9 years ago, she was a bit skeptical.
You know, I've thought that because I am I have no computer savvy at all. I'm very technically challenged. It's just you have to these days. So I did it because I had to. You know, I have to get the only way you can get, you know, you have to get people in the door in order for them to purchase something. So in today's age, you have to, you know, they're all on the computer. So I just kind of went into, you know, trying to make it easy for my customers to find me to get what they want. And so that's the reason why I did it.
Chimes uses her site to market Brushfire, but is slowly evolving it to allow her customers to order and sign up for classes online. She also says it's a great way to get feedback from her customers.
You know, it's funny, you always say if people have a great experience, you don't never hear about it, but if they have a problem, you hear about it, you know, from everybody, you know what I mean? So at least on Facebook it's nice because you get, you know, people will make comments. Took my family there and had a great night, you know, you know, they'll post, you know, me and the ladies went and had some wine the other night and it was great. So you get feedback that you wouldn't normally get to know if your customers are really having a good time. So that's nice.
The small business owner likes that she has an online presence, but most importantly, she loves serving her customers.
I've always been in a service industry, so I like serving people and I like getting to know people and talk to people. And this is sort of like a restaurant setting. There's tables, there's chairs, there's, you know, people sit down, they talk to each other instead of going to a movie where they sit there. It's entertainment instead of going to a movie where you sit there and you can't talk through the movie. Here, you know, mothers and daughters dates, they sit down, they talk, and so it's kind of like the same thing I would have at the restaurant. People would sit down and talk, and I like that atmosphere.
Unlike Chimes, Rachel Dortch does not have a storefront and doesn't plan on changing that anytime soon. Instead, Dortch uses her website for entirely different reasons. The designer sells a lot of her products through her shop on Etsy.com. The only downside is the shop only shows products that are on sale at that particular time. Dortch wanted something that would help market and showcase her work.
I created my own website to have a gallery of my work so that on Etsy really what only shows up is the items that are for sale at that particular time. And that changes with the materials that I get and my inspiration. So the website allows me to show my past work and also it gives me a more credible presence for my boutiques that carry me. It's a better way for them to contact me and get an idea of what my business is about.
Dortch loves the flexibility of running an online business. The mother of 3 is able to spend time with her kids while still managing, designing, and creating her own brand. But creating her website wasn't easy.
The hardest thing about the online business is, I guess, all the listing and things, all the things behind the scenes that I have to do to get my product in front of the customer. Not only do I have to make the bag, but then I have to photograph each bag and then write up a listing for it and then put it on the web. And then I have to promote it to get people to look at it. So just all the background work on the computer that you have to do.
When asked if she thought the lack of customer interaction affected her business, Dortch said that wasn't an issue.
I do trunk shows, which gives me face-to-face with customers, and I get a lot of feedback from them. With Etsy, by the time you actually sell the piece to someone, a lot of times you've had multiple emails, you feel like you know them, especially if you're doing a custom piece for them. So that's nice, and they leave wonderful feedback, and that's nice to get that.
Since Dortch's business is mainly online, she's been able to reach people she otherwise wouldn't in a brick-and-mortar store.
I get to sell to people all around the world. I've shipped bags to Canada, to Australia, to Singapore, so that part's cool too. You get to reach a bigger marketplace.
There is no doubt that these sisters have created successful businesses. Chimes attributes their success to the World Wide Web.
Everything is computerized. You've got to be online today to succeed, but and you can succeed on that as well. There's a lot of people who do that out of their garage, you know, and just have an online store and do it out of the garage. Diversify.